Hey everybody, we are back again to talk a little football. Guess what's starting Thursday night?
The NFL season.
NFL football season is starting Thursday night.
2020 edition.
2020 edition, which means
it's going to be different.
Who knows what's going to happen on it. There might be fans in the seats, there might not be fans in the seats. We don't even know. They may decide at the last second to not even have the season. But we're thinking that football is going to probably start Thursday night here. So I'm excited about it. There's so many good changes. We got to talk about some of the changes before we get into it too much.
The season has been expanded by one game this year.
Expanded by one game, so we have 17 games this year.
And the playoff field has been expanded by one game each in every conference. The AFC is going to have 7 playoff teams, the same with the NFC.
So the only bye is the number 1 seed.
Which still is a negative in my opinion.
Yes, I would actually still play that. I would rather play that weekend.
But there's a positive to having 7 teams in the playoffs instead of 6.
So we should get more football this year. Should be more excited. There's going to be more playoff teams. It should be really, really good. As far as the end of game changes, we all know what has happened, that Tom Brady is no longer a New England Patriot.
He is leading the ship in Tampa Bay now.
It's in the Tampa Brady Buccaneers.
That's just a cringeworthy.
That's cringeworthy, ain't it? It's horrible. The Tampa Brady Buccaneers.
He actually copyrighted that.
Yeah, Tampa Brady, baby, Tampa Brady. The Tampa Bay Bradyneers. I don't know. That's horrible.
Tampa Brady Buccaneers.
Oh, there's a lot of fun to have there, but it's going to be interesting to see how good is New England without Brady,
without Tommy Boy,
and how is Brady without Belichick. So we're going to probably get to see here which was the reason that the Patriots were good.
Which one? This is the year.
This is the year we should know. Because is it Belichick or is it Brady? Because Brady's the Tampa Bay's not a bad team.
They've added a lot of talent, and they've built up a great wide receiving core.
Mm-hmm, yeah, plus, like you said, they've added a couple things. They've added Gronk, they've added Leonard Fournette. That's another player. Their offense may be one of the most talented offenses in the NFL right now. So there's really not going to be any excuses from Tampa Bay
if they go 8-9.
If they have a losing season, there's really not going to be a lot of excuses for it. Their defense is even pretty good. It's not fantastic, but it's actually pretty good too. And then on the New England side, they picked up Cam Newton. So I'm
pretty conflicted about that personally.
Yeah, I know
I'm a Panther fan.
I know you like Cam Newton, and that's sort of a conflict in there. But Cam Newton's a Super Bowl quarterback. He's an NFL MVP quarterback.
Will Bill Belichick fix him?
So New England's got talent now. They got a bunch of no-name people, but Belichick will make superstars out of no-name people. That's how he always does it. He'll bring you in, and then it'll be a superstar out of it. Grab my water. So that's interesting. What's New England going to do? What's Tampa going to do? Also, my team, the Dallas Cowboys, finally got a new coach.
In fact, my team got a new coach.
No more Clappy.
No more
Mr. Clappy coaching the Cowboys anymore. So that's awesome.
You get Mike McCarthy instead.
Mike McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning coach. He coached the Packers and won a Super Bowl. So that's exciting.
These games.
Yeah. No, one more thing. Your Panthers. Everybody was sort of a LSU bandwagon fan last year because they were so darn good.
That offense was just so beautiful.
It was
to watch.
beautiful to watch. Well, their passing game coordinator
is our offensive coordinator.
Left and went to the Panthers as their offensive coordinator.
So
now you have Teddy Bridgewater traded to Carolina, and you have the passing coordinator from the LSU Tigers going to Carolina to do the offense. So, man, there's so many
He's done wonders wherever he went.
Phillip Rivers changed teams. How many could we go through here? That's really...
It'll take us like 10 minutes to name all of the changes.
But there's just so many good changes. But again, we could talk 10 or 15 minutes just on all the changes, but it does give us for some good games. And we'll jump right in. The first game of the season is a super meaty, juicy game. Last year, a playoff game. No, they played twice. The first time the Texans beat them. The second time,
The Texans just wet the bed
The Texans
horribly.
they got beat pretty bad. But the first game of the year is the Texans at
The reigning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah.
They hanged their banner on Thursday night.
The quarterback for the Texans just got him a big whopping $160 million contract. Deshaun.
Patrick Mahomes, have you seen his contract?
His contract's pretty stupid too. He's averaging 45 a year, but his is a longer contract. Deshaun's is a shorter contract. So Deshaun will probably get a new contract before Mahomes does again because his contract's short. Deshaun did get a good contract. He did a good job at that. And honestly, he deserves. There's not many quarterbacks that can do that. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback yet, and him and Mahomes did come in on the same draft.
And,
think about that. And Mahomes
Bears fans are still crying.
And the Bears skipped everybody and got Mitchell Trubisky. We'll talk about him in a minute. Yeah, I'll talk about him in a minute. But the Texans at the Chiefs are actually favored by 9 points.
I'll take Kansas City on that because they basically got everybody back.
And I'm also doing that on trends too, because if you look at Kansas City's first game of the year for the past few years, they have scored 40 or over every single year. Their first game, so they come out of the gates
firing
wide open. Yeah, so
we're gonna go with the reigning Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, and I think just as a little teaser, I think it'll be over too. I think the line's only 50 something. I think there's gonna be 70 points this game. But we'll take the Chiefs on that one, and then we jump into Sunday.
The first Sunday of the NFL year.
The first Sunday of the NFL year. We're a little late starting, but we still got it. We'll go ahead and jump on your team first. The Raiders at the Panthers.
That's going to be a wishy-washy game. My team is in rebuild mode.
Your team's in rebuild mode.
The Raiders are stuck in middle nowhere land right now.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
I don't know
this
if
is
I'll
the
ever
first
get used
year.
to, I don't think I'll ever get used to that.
The Raiders are actually favored by 3 points. What do you think about that in Carolina with that? I mean, you don't really know. You have not seen Carolina's offense. We have no clue.
I can't really pick that because this is the first year with a new head coach and a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive
Honestly,
coordinator.
though, the Raiders are the Raiders. I would almost like Carolina plus 3 points at home.
Pick the Panthers plus 3.
I mean, at home. I'm thinking about it because you're catching 3 points, so that's like plus 6 almost because the Panthers are at home. If it was in Las Vegas and it was minus 3, you could sort of see that because that's almost like a pick'em game. But
it's in Carolina.
So. I don't know. I got a feeling I'm going to go for Carolina plus 3. Even if Carolina loses 24-23 or 24-22,
I think it'll be worth it to pick the Carolina Panthers.
I think I'm going to go Carolina. Well, thirdly, we got there's so many good games. I'm so glad football's back. Made me cry a little bit. We got the Browns at the Ravens. How's that?
The Ravens trying to recapture their 14-2 season last year,
and the Browns with a new head coach. We talked about a lot of new head coaches around. The Browns have underachieved. They underachieved last year. They are probably one of the top 5 most talented teams in the NFL too.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, man, they got some good players.
Loaded with talent.
So it's time to put up. They got a brand new coach.
Hopefully they have more discipline this year.
Ravens are favored by 8, and they're in Baltimore. Gosh, that's a tough one right there. I do think the Ravens will win it. By 8, I don't know.
I don't think by that much, but maybe by like 7.
6 maybe. Yeah, we might take the Browns plus a little 8 on that one. Yeah, we might do that. We got the Seahawks at the Falcons.
Okay, I'd hate to bring back an old running joke with the Atlanta Falcons choking and all that, but let's just.
I'm taking Seattle. I don't know. Seattle's favored by 1.5. I think I'll take that. I think Seattle will beat them by more than 1.5. I told you guys a couple years ago after the Falcons lost the Super Bowl, they were going to be going trajectory down till they go into a total rebuild mode, and that's just the way it's going to be. When you are up 28-3 and then lose.
And the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm not a Seahawks fan, but man, the man's good. Russell Wilson is a good quarterback. You just got to give him his props. We got the Jets at the Bills.
The Bills are a up-and-coming team. Especially last year, they went to the playoffs.
The Bills are the favorite to win the division over the Patriots.
Who would have thunk that would ever come?
I'm not giving up on Belichick. I mean, I'm not a Patriot fan, but man,
the man is.
What do you think? You think Patriots got a little bulletin board material now? Bills favored to win the division. I will pick the Bills over the Jets just because the Bills they're pretty talented right now. They are, and the Jets again. You don't really know. Sam Darnold had mono last year. He only got to play like 13 games.
Maybe this year he could show us a little bit of that promise he had.
The only thing that might take the Jets over the top is Frank Gore. They've got
one of the all-time leading rushers
in NFL history.
You may never know.
You got to give him props, man. He's been everywhere, and he's lasted. Got the Bears at the Lions.
Okay, now here's where we mentioned Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah, the Bears went out and traded
up in that draft
to get Mitchell Trubisky and left
Mahomes and Deshaun Watson on the board.
And Deshaun Watson on the board. Okay, but they went and got Foles from the Super Bowl winning quarterback Nick Foles from Miami to bring him into the Bears, and Trubisky beat him out this spring.
Does Chicago even know what a quarterback is?
I would think the Bears fans, when they heard this, are like,
everybody else.
The rest of the NFC North were like, I mean, come on. I don't know.
What a clown show.
I'm picking the Lions.
You're picking the Lions.
I'm picking the Lions. And you probably shouldn't pick the Lions. You cannot depend on the Lions. But I'm going to pick the Lions. We got the Packers at the Vikings.
That's going to be entertaining.
That will be entertaining. Vikings are actually favored by 3, but they are at home.
Do you want to pick Aaron Rodgers' arm, or do you want to pick the Vikings?
It's still hard for me to pick against Aaron Rodgers. Ain't it hard for you to pick against Aaron Rodgers?
He has a great overall ability. It's a shame he's only won one so far.
He's the only one. It's too bad he's the only one on the team. I mean, how many other superstars do they have?
Devontae Adams. That's the only one I can think of.
Exactly, and you wonder why they struggle. But I probably will pick the Packers. I'll take the Packers +3 on that one just because I can't go against Aaron Rodgers. We got the Dolphins at the Patriots. Fitzpatrick's going to start, so I'm picking the Patriots. I don't think Fitzmagic's going to work too much against Belichick's debut. With Cam. I don't think that's going to happen. Honestly, I think it'll be 10+ points. I think Belichick's going to make a statement. And I'm thinking that
I still don't know why they didn't. Okay, I guess they want to wait for Tua later.
I'm thinking that 31-17 kind of statement. So I'm thinking about. I think it's going to be a 14-point game or so. Honestly, they didn't have enough practice. Is why. I think Tua they dumped Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen's not on Miami
anymore.
He's in
Tampa Brady.
He's the backup to Tampa Brady, which is actually pretty good for him, honestly. But Tua did good enough to where they dumped him, but they didn't see him enough to make him the starter, which I don't blame him. I don't know if I'd throw him out after a week's practice and 0 preseason games into the real world. You might kill the guy. So I think it might be bad to pick Fitz to start. But again, we're taking the Patriots on that one. We got the Eagles at the W. Does anybody know what the W is? I haven't seen that team before.
The Washington.
The Washington Football Club team club.
What a clown show Washington has become.
Oh my goodness.
What a clown show.
I'm taking Philly in that one. I don't even care who's playing.
What's the spread on that game?
Philly's favored by 6. I don't care. I'll take Philly -6.
I'll take Philadelphia.
I'll take Philadelphia -12. I don't care. I'm not picking the Washington Football Club to win. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it.
Not even the season doesn't even begin, and we have a candidate for the lone clown of the year.
We got clown number 1, and we haven't seen a game yet. We got the Colts at the Jaguars. Speaking of clown shows,
the Jaguars.
The only thing that could be worse is if the Jaguars were playing the Redskins.
Oh wait, not the Redskins.
Oh, I'm sorry. The football team club. I'm picking the Colts in that one, big time.
The Jaguars have 0 talent.
I think
talent.
we actually have, a lot of times they talk in basketball about tanking to get to try to get the number one pick. It's going to happen in football this year. It's never happened. No team has ever tanked to get a person. But Trevor Lawrence is going to be the first pick in the draft. And there's going to be some teams like the Jacksonville Jaguars that are going to tank. They have traded away almost all their good players.
Everybody.
They don't. I think they got like Scott, the yard guy, is their backup quarterback now. They're going to tank for Trevor. That's the new statement. Just put a little hashtag on it. Tank for Trevor, because that's what Jacksonville is going to do. We got the Chargers at the Bengals. That should be fun. I'm really anxious. You talk about the storyline. How about Joe Burrow going to Cincinnati, the team that hasn't been to the Super Bowl in 30 years, and it's his hometown, and AJ Green is back, healthy.
So let's see what Cincinnati.
Plus, they picked up who was the wide receiver they picked up in the draft? He's a really good wide receiver. I'm blanking on him right now. But they picked up a good wide receiver. Plus, they got AJ Green and they got Joe Burrow. I mean, they still are Cincinnati.
But
I'm thinking
I can see the trajectory going up.
Definitely
with a young
going up. The Chargers are actually favored by 3 with a brand new quarterback. Who's their quarterback this year now? I don't know. Philip Rivers was their quarterback.
Justin Herbert from Oregon.
Who?
Justin Herbert from Oregon.
Who? Who? Who's Herbert? Justin
Herbert.
Herbert?
What's your pick on that game?
I know it's at Cincinnati and the Chargers favored by 3. I'm gonna take Cincinnati.
You're taking the Bengals.
Plus 3 at home against a team with a quarterback that didn't start for them last year. I think both of them are pretty even. And if I'm picking between Joe Herbert and
Justin Herbert and
Joe Burrow, I think I'm gonna take Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow has had 4 seasons in college to grow and literally mastered his craft last year. So
I think I read somewhere or heard somewhere Joe Burrow is older than Patrick Mahomes or older than Lamar Jackson. I can't remember which one, but he's actually older than those quarterbacks who have been in the league for like 2 years because he's went all the way through college. And he was a little older, so he's been in college 4 years.
So maturity will be an advantage.
I think maturity will be. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bengals on that one. Could be crazy. We'll find out how the season goes after week 1. I've actually learned the first 3 weeks in the NFL are supremely hard to pick. The last 3 weeks in the NFL are supremely hard to pick because you really don't know what's going to happen. You really don't know. But I'm just going to go with who I think. We got the Bucks at the Saints.
That's going to be one of the most juicy games of the week. We got Tom Brady against Drew Brees.
We got Tampa Brady against Drew Norlands. Oh man, that's going to be a good one. New Orleans favored by 3.5. I'm terrified of that game.
I don't know who to pick. Who do you pick?
I'd probably pick Drew Brees again just because they're an established team and they got almost all their players back from last year. Even though, pay the man.
Alvin Kamara still hasn't got a contract yet. He's on his final year this year.
They redid the contract for the backup quarterback, the running quarterback.
Taysom Hill, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't redo their one of their top 2 offensive weapons.
Organizations these days are often sketchy about running backs, so...
I don't know. I said pay the man. I'll probably pick New Orleans. They're at home. It's a 3.5 point spread to New Orleans. Again, that one's a little dicey. Tom might come out trying to prove himself too, but to try to prove yourself against Drew Brees is a dangerous thing to do. So
especially if you're 43.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with my Saints here. We got the Cardinals at the 49ers.
The Cardinals get to play with their new toys this year. That one new toy they got is a good toy.
The DeAndre Hopkins action figure. And they bought it for a cheese sandwich. So
because the Houston Texans made one of the worst trades.
That's so horrible, man. But that should be a real good one. I'm probably going to go with the 49ers, though, because I don't know what.
So you're going to go with Shanahan's Niners?
Probably. They played good early. Now, if this was late in the year, I'd probably not pick them because they're going to collapse at some point. But, I mean, it's the truth. Even if it's in the Super Bowl, they're going to collapse at some point. I don't think they make it to the Super Bowl this year, though. I don't think so. I think there's too many good teams in front of them. And then we have the Sunday night football game. My Cowboys
get the spotlight once again. Dallas has had a ton of Sunday night or Monday night primetime games.
The Cowboys, Cowboys are at the Rams, and that's really that's a fantastic. You got Sam Darnold, who could end up being the NFL defensive MVP. We've had some picks for that. The Cowboys are hot right now on the like it page. A lot of people love the Cowboys right now, which scares the crap out of me.
Yep.
Normally, if you love them, they're 8-9, baby. When it comes to the end of the year, hey, woo-hoo. But we do have the new coach. We got McCarthy coming in, so
hopefully it won't feel like the same.
I hope not. It should be. I'm hoping the Cowboys are actually favored by 3 in L.A.
And plus, the Rams have got like a crud ton of money, dead money in their cap.
They've got a lot of dead money right now. They paid people too much.
They paid people too much, and now they got like millions of dollars.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my Cowboys -3 because that's not a huge spread, and I'm gonna be for the Cowboys. I mean, I can be wrong, but I'm gonna be for the Cowboys. If the Cowboys lose this, then they're in trouble. Now, if they go out there and win this one by 10, and maybe we might do something. I don't know.
Careful optimism.
I'm trying to be. I mean, clappy's gone. So I'm going to be a little positive about McCarthy and the new offense, and the running game should get back in gear. And McCarthy likes to throw the ball. We got CeeDee Lamb coming in. Oh, come on! I'm sorry. I'm going to slow the train. Slow the train.
It's okay. Your team has more hype than mine.
Hey, I don't know. Dude, we haven't won a Super Bowl since '95. So it's been 25 years since the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. My excitement left a long time ago. So it's going to take something to get my excitement back. Monday Night Football, we got two games. First game, Steelers at the Giants. Big Ben's back.
So the steel curtain, or the steel curtain.
Yeah, the steel curtain.
They got Big Ben back from a shoulder injury last year.
Mm-hmm. And they also got Josh Dobbs back as their backup quarterback.
It's a bit of a
shout out to Dobbs. We love you, Josh Dobbs.
Please do your doubling act in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, do a little doubling in Pittsburgh and win us a game whenever Ben goes out hurt. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. But he's been injury prone a little bit the last few years, and it's good. It is good to have Josh Dobbs back there because they need that quality backup. He proved that last year whenever he wasn't there. They crumbled a little bit whenever Josh Dobbs went out. Whenever
the offense can improve from last year's lackluster.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's actually favored by 5.5 in the Giants. Now the Giants are some people's sleeper team a little bit.
I don't know if the Giants.
Not mine.
They're not mine. The Giants are so heavily inexperienced, though.
Yeah. Everything they are, they're really. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
I'm taking Pittsburgh -5.5. I think so. And then the last game of the week, the Titans at the Broncos. The Titans.
Do you mean the Derrick Henry team?
And the Clowney 99.
They recently signed with Tennessee.
Clowney, number 99, somehow managed to skip all of practice. Good job. I don't know. And signed with a team.
Who managed to be Tennessee.
Denver's actually favored by 1.5 in that. I don't know how you could favor Denver.
Denver's
in anything. What do they got? Who's their quarterback? Drew Lock. No, I do like. Now take me back. I do like Drew Lock.
Of course, they got Von Miller, who's been the heart of that defense.
Von Miller's like J.J. Watt. You gotta love Von Miller because he's just that good. I mean, he's a good.
I heard they were a sleeper pick for many teams this year, for many people this year. Denver's been a sleeper, but...
Well, Drew Lock's, he's only on his second year, isn't he?
Yeah, this is probably going to be like a building year for Denver.
You have the sophomore slump. I'm always afraid of the sophomore slump. It's more true in football than it is anything. Of course, again, I do like Drew Lock. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. I just don't.
We really need these quarterbacks in the NFL nowadays. We need good quarterbacks.
And Tennessee's got 2 good pass rushers now, and he's in his second year. Tennessee's got a great running game. They can slow a game down so slow. I'm actually going to take Tennessee plus 1.5 at Denver. So that's it. That is week
The week
one in football, plus a little talk about some football juice or two. We probably strung this one along an extra 5 or 10 minutes.
But
it's the first game of the. It's the first game
season. It's the first week of the season.
Yes, and we are. Honestly, I'm so happy. I hope we have some really good, clean football, and let's just talk about football and get all their junk out the way. So that's it. We hope you enjoyed our NFL opening week extravaganza video, whatever it is. Be sure and leave a comment below for us. Say something. What do you think? Who do you think is going to win some of these games? We're just guessing. Really, this first week. This first week. You just guess. Especially since we haven't seen any preseason games. I have no clue what these teams look like. Just give us a comment. Do a like. Subscribe. Hit the groovy baby button floating over here. Somewhere here. Other than that, we will see you in week 2 of the NFL.
See you next week.